cut out the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Zero Dark 30. I just rolled into some good reception here. Figured I'd throw a little broadcast at you. It's crazy. There's no end to the madness and the insanity that's happening out there. It's mind-boggling, folks. Mind-boggling. I'm going to start with this. The President of the United States, Joseph P. Biden, decides to give Ukraine a puppet vassal state of the World Economic Forum and DC and NATO. They give him long-range missiles to shoot and authorize him to shoot those missiles into a country that has nuclear weapons. Sounds a little dangerous, right? Just a tad dangerous. But there's no end to the stupidity. That's done while Biden was down in South America, in the jungle, no less, the Amazonian jungle. That's kind of a long ways from the White House, Washington, D.C., Cheyenne Mountain, Air Force One, any military base, any sort of protection. Knowing where he was and where he is at all times makes him a very visible target for the enemy that he just created. Yet, fuck it, he's going to go for a walk in the jungle. At the same time that is being done, the Vice President, Camel Toes Harris, aka election loser, failed candidate for president, with the power of the press, the power of billionaires behind her, the power of the courts, Department of Justice, failed, right? That girl. She decides to go on a vacation in Hawaii. Don't you think that the president would have said, hey, look, me and the advisors, we're talking about giving long-range missile capability to Russia. I'm sorry, to Ukraine to shoot at Russia. You may not want to be sitting around sipping pina coladas or Mai Tais. Oh, I thought Kamala was at every important decision. So I guess this decision was made when they were together, because she's there at every important decision, according to Biden and her, and in an effort to make her sound like she's presidential. Right? It's bullshit, and the madness never ends. She's never in on any decisions. She's too fucking stupid. Be that as it may. You think they would have told her, hey, Madam Vice President, failed presidential candidate. Yeah, you. We're gonna give Ukraine missiles. So maybe you don't want to go into a very visible place where everyone knows where you're at and it's a small target and you're gonna get hit, potentially. Just for safety's sake. I mean, literally, you think Putin is going to do something as egregious as hitting the president or the vice president with a weapon and killing them, even though he's authorized a complete deranged, homicidal, homosexual idiot to do the same? Unbelievable. Just unbelievable, folks. There's no end to the madness with these lefties. They don't care. See, that's how I see it. The madness knows no end. That means shit hitting the fan knows no end with these people. It knows no end. Now, every level has its players and its policies and its programs, right? World banking system and governments, state governments, local governments, local idiots. Right? Well, The fight here at home is over legal issues at the federal and state level, trying to attack Trump. It's failed, but they're not quitting. Oh, they'll give up certain cases, but they'll be back. They've got to destroy. Building the country, on the other hand, much more difficult. Fixing problems, much more difficult. So what we're seeing right now is a stark contrast between Democrats and Republicans. The Democrats are doing everything they can using the LGBTQ agenda, the BLM agenda, the critical race theory agenda, the DEI agenda, the climate crisis supposedly agenda. They're using that to what? Right? To push the destruction of our culture and our society and our traditions and change it to something they want. It's always easier to tear something down. If you look at what Trump is trying to do, right? Trying to make America great again, a lot harder. A lot harder. Elon Musk is showing how he can build his rockets. And he's got lots of rockets and he builds them fast. And he builds them profitably, I guess. How is it that that's possible, right? That he actually builds things instead of tearing things down. Build things instead of burning them. Any way you want to look at it, this is where we're at, folks, looking at the difference. An arsonist can burn an entire house down with a match. It takes months and months to build. Right? There's no end to it, to this destructive effort by the left. Can you, unbelievably, a liberal big mouth, blathering idiot. She has the temerity and the hypocrisy to scream that Republicans are trying to kill your kids. That's right. President Trump, Republicans are trying to kill the Democrats' kids. Never mind how or over what subject. We just cut right through the bullshit and go, well, what do you mean Republicans are trying to do that? Republicans have been fighting for the sanctity of life, right? That's what Republicans have been trying to do. Stopping abortion, stopping wars. And there's two very great examples of what the Democrats have been up to the last several years. It has everything to do with death. Trying to jab people with the Jim Jones juice. Proven to be not effective and very dangerous. With millions of people being injured and killed. Millions and millions being injured and killed. And they want to complain about the lives of their children being at risk because of Trump. If your children grow up to be 18-year-old, they get to go to war for the Democrats and for worthless causes to enrich, well, more Democrats. Is there any end to this madness with the Democrats? The answer, in my opinion, is no. They are insane. And I don't say that lightly. I think it to be very true that they are insane. It's who they are, it's what they are, it's how they operate. The evidence is everywhere. You can dispute it all you want. I'm not going to say it's indisputable, but I think it's pretty obvious on its face, right? A chance favors the prepared mind. Getting prepared, just like the country of Sweden is telling its people now, hey, nuclear war potential. But I guess if you're a Democrat, you can just go on vacation to the jungle or the beach or something and go fuck around. As for me, I'm prepared. Are you? Are you prepared? I'll see you guys tonight.